Continuing our DC Fandome coverage today, the Suicide Squad DC Fandome exclusive sneak peek. So it's not an official trailer. I believe this is a behind the scenes or featurette, something like that. Excited to check this out. I finally watched just last week for the first time Batman Assault on Arkham. That is such a good Suicide Squad film. My God, it's amazing. Let's see what's in store. We did watch the character roll call already, just so we're a little bit more familiar with who the characters are involved. But we haven't seen this yet, so let's check it out.
I think it's gonna surprise people.
You kind of sit there and go, how did they do that?
It's gonna be different from any superhero movie ever made.
There's no one better in the world to direct the Suicide Squad than James Gunn.
I was excited with an opportunity to be able to do the Suicide Squad in the way it could be done from my point of view.
This one is completely unique. This is a gritty 1970s war movie combined with the brilliance of James Gunn's characters and comedy.
You need your director to set the vibe.
The Suicide Squad is just a twisted fantasy of characters.
Within each of our characters, there's a certain beauty. Within most, some of them are pretty crappy through and through.
Be like a douchey Captain America.
The guy who believes in peace at any cost, no matter how many people he needs to kill along the way.
Okay, I got it.
Don't ever settle back like you think you know where this is going, because you don't.
As soon as you have some sense about what's about to happen next, James comes in.
Everyone's exploding. Genitals, heads, arms, legs.
It's like a big, massive graphic novel brought to life.
This is gonna be awesome.
Yeah, right?
Wow, you see King Shark?
You know what to expect.
Don't get too attached.
This has been truly the greatest, most exciting journey of my life making this film. That was great.
Oh, that looks fun.
He's gonna knock it out of the park.
Yeah, dude.
He's gonna knock it out of the park.
Like, this is... Like, I feel like you could argue that Guardians is the perfect James Gunn property, but I feel like this is like a step further just because of the conceit that they're all these villainous characters.
Yeah. I wish we got a little bit more hint at some of the comedy because, you know, they're saying like, yeah, it's combining the character and the comedy sensibilities of James Gunn. I'm like, oh, there's not that much funny in here.
It's mostly just bone crunching and destruction, yeah.
But yeah, as we like kind of predicted from, you know, the Suicide Squad logo reveals, a lot of us did, that it has a bit of that Dirty Dozen vibe to it, and they're saying it's like a 1970s war film in a way. I love that he's bringing that to life here, and we listened to some of the interview out of DC Fandome. At, like, the way we've been doing it is we're listening, and then okay, they're playing something we want to react to.
Going to red alert, keep an eye on the notifications for when WB puts it up.
And he was saying some things that really stood out to me, especially of how they said, like, oh, which character were you most excited to write for? And he listed Harley Quinn. Yeah. I don't know, there was something about the fact that Harley Quinn's already had, you know, Birds of Prey, and she was in the other Suicide Squad movie. Maybe he's going to name one of the more random ones, like Peacemaker or something like that.
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker's character.
So fun.
But he went with Harley Quinn. As great as Margot Robbie already is, just the idea that James Gunn is specifically noted her for this. It's like, oh, are we gonna get a even newer, fresher take on Harley Quinn to some extent? Because we already got her a great one in Suicide Squad, a great one in Birds of Prey, and now, another rendition of her. I can't wait to see what he does with the character.
Well, and that made me really happy, too, because of, you know, the way that Birds of Prey was received and the way the previous Suicide Squad was received. I like that they seem to be embracing their returning characters just as much as hyping the new characters. And yeah, something like that, to have her, you know, be somebody that he's most excited about among this whole ragtag crew. Yeah, I'm glad about that because it seems like the DCEU is being smart to take the things that do and did work and carry them forward.
Yeah,
and adapt them.
And from what they're saying here, even with their description of Peacemaker, of like he'll do anything it takes to have peace. That means killing people.
People left and right.
Yeah. It seems like he's actually really going to embrace the more twisted, diabolical side. You know, the idea that you bring all these villains together for a hero mashup. He's really going to embrace that villainous side of them.
Oh, yeah. And I think it's the benefit of having such a big cast is you can probably have a couple that are more easy to identify with, and then you'll have some who are just scumbags through and through.
There's so many images in here that I can't really find right now. We're such on a time crunch. Yeah. But I believe that like what we saw there was Weasel, and there's that King Shark moment.
Shark.
Damn, they did practical effects for King Shark?
That looks like it.
That blows my mind.
So cool.
I mean, I'm sure there'll be CGI enhancements, but I'm so used to King Shark. Not like I love his portrayal on the Harley Quinn DC animated show, but you know, like the movies and the animated films, and then even on the Flash TV show, the last thing I expected was for them to go practical effects at all with King Shark. To see that image there really impresses me.
Well, that's what I think.
I'm sure there will be enhancements, but
yeah. But if that is indeed like an animatronic or makeup or both, I think this is partly what these movies are for, is being able to realize those things with as much realism as possible. And there are some amazing creators and fabricators out there who can make something like that come to life. And I think back to, as much as this wasn't a well-received movie, Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters has an amazing like animatronic puppeteer troll. Maybe even be the same performer in there. But yeah, like to see both the team that comes together and just the scope that this is putting out there of, the action and the tangibility. Like it looks like they really threw down to make this movie as in camera as they could.
Yeah.
It looks really, really cool.
I always forget how to pronounce his name. Flula-Borg, is that his name?
Flula-Borg, yeah.
James Gunn specifically cited him, too, during the interviews.
Yeah.
I mean, he is hilarious. My introduction to him was actually his appearances on Conan O'Brien. He is really funny. There were some, theories going around because Suicide Squad usually does something of, like, they'll kill off someone early on to really show how disposable or expendable any one of these characters are. From the fact of how much they focus on all these different performers throughout, looks like the team is much bigger than the last one, and that a lot of them will probably be killed off throughout.
Oh yeah,
but
there were 18 cast members who tuned in for the Fandome panel.
But I think everyone's gonna have a proper chance to shine. I didn't see any Nathan Fillion here in the trailer, unless I missed him.
Not much. There's like a hint or two. There's like a shot or two of him here and there, I think. But not much showcasing what he's actually gonna be like.
Even though Harley Quinn's in it, this looks like it's in a different era.
Yeah.
Is there like some time traveling involved or something?
I wouldn't be surprised, especially
because
now.
I heard there's a character in here that has the ability to time travel. Someone's from the future. I could be wrong about that. I'm kind of going off of memory here. But I did hear about that. I thought it was just going to feel akin to like a 1970s movie.
Yeah. But it actually kind of looks like a movie in the 70s.
Yeah. Actually, and with the character they've chosen and the aesthetic designs, I'm very much under the impression that it actually is in the 70s because we still don't know the details of the plot.
Nope. And again, just with the popularity of time travel and time travel, like they're opening up their multiverses in DC specifically, like I would not be at all surprised if they have some kind of loophole for that.
And I can't wait to see Idris Elba. For a long time, I was under the impression that Idris Elba was going to be playing Vigilante, but he's playing a character named Bloodsport. Crazy guns, uses kryptonite bullets and stuff. I believe the follow-up character was a fanatical racist. That's not the version I think Idris Elba's playing.
No, I think it's gonna be. Because he's a villain.
All right, guys, Suicide Squad. Are you really excited for this? What are your thoughts on here? Which character are you most excited to see come to life? Leave your thoughts down below. Subscribe, click that notification bell. Last but not least, Gene Jeter, our good friend, longtime Patreon eject. Follow Gene Jeter TV on YouTube. He recently put out a video called Summertime Chill Grooves. It's a wonderful playlist, some good tunes to listen to. I gotta thank you personally, Gene. With Umbrella Academy taking up so much time to edit, I am way behind on so many messages right now. all around the world. The world being my phone, emails, and Patreon messages. So thank you, dude, for putting this together, because as I've been catching up and listening to the grooves, and it has been delightful. He does so much other content on his channel, sketches to some strange try not to laughs and other weird challenge videos as well. Keep killing it. Keep putting out great content during this time of COVID. Appreciate all the effort you put forth. Love you, buddy. Thank you for being you.
Love you, Gene. I want to cuddle your body.
You don't need anything, John.
I want to.
Gene
I
only
want
wants
to
to
cuddle
hear from
Gene's
me.
body.
It's okay. You don't need to. It's hot in here.
It is.
I'm going to murder you and eat your
I
body
know.
to keep
Ooh.
cold. That's not how that works.